Hello everyone, it's time for comprehension. Please make sure you're ready with your pencil and paper to write down your answers. Right, we'll start from page 12, right at the top, where my pointer is. I'm in love with Lysander, Hermia confessed, and she began to describe all the things that made Lysander so wonderful. Helena thought about Lysander. With his curly brown hair and broad smile, he was quite handsome, she supposed, but he didn't have Demetrius's dark, brooding good looks. Why on earth did Hermia find him so attractive? Of course, I told my father that I didn't wish to marry Demetrius, Hermia said, and he went straight to him to explain, but you know how stubborn Demetrius can be. He lost his temper and said it didn't matter who I loved. Our marriage had been arranged and it must go ahead no matter what. His stupid pride's been hurt, that's all. He doesn't love me a bit. Then who does he love? Helena inquired eagerly. No one, except for himself, said Hermia. I can't marry someone I don't love, and I know it will cause a scandal, but Lysander and I are going to run away together. When? Helena asked. Right, my first question. Who is Hermia in love with? Right, you can write down the name, and when you're ready, you can carry on. Second question, what might Helena be thinking and feeling on page 13 when she says, then who does he love? Right, on page 13, do you see my pointer? That's where she says, then who does he love? Helena inquired eagerly. You need to think about what she's thinking or feeling at this moment. You can pause the video and write down your answer. Tonight, Hermia told her, I'm meeting him at midnight in the wood outside the city walls. We plan to travel through the night, and in the morning we'll find a temple where we can be married. Oh, Helena, it will be so romantic. Please say that you're happy for me. Of course I am, said Helena. I'm overjoyed. And she was overjoyed for herself. At last, this is my chance, she thought. If I visit Demetrius tonight and tell him that Hermia and Lysander have gone off together, he'll forget about his bride. And then when I tell him how I feel about him, he'll be so flattered, he'll fall in love with me. Love always finds a way. Which is true, but love doesn't always find the way that people expect, as Helena was about to find out. For it was not only in the human world that love was causing unhappiness, although Helena and Hermia did not know it, two different worlds would meet in the woods outside Athens that night, and the result would be chaos. Okay, I'll stop there for today. My next question is, where and when are Hermia and Lysander meeting? So you need to tell me where and when. There are two parts you need to look at. Look for the answer and you can pause the video. Question 4. Do you think Hermia and Lysander's scheme will go according to plan? So read through page 14, read what their plan is, and tell me, now this is your own prediction, your thoughts that I want to know. Do you think it's a successful plan? If not, tell me what can happen. Pause the video here and write down your answer. Question 5. Look at page 15. Can you summarize Helena's plan? So I want you to read through page 15 and summarize, which means you are writing in your own words what Helena's plan is. Pause the video and write down your answer. And the last question for today is, what do you think two different words might mean? So that's at the bottom of page 15 where my pointer is. Although Helena and Hermia did not know it, two different worlds would meet in the wood outside Athens that night. So tell me, what do you mean? What do you think two different worlds would meet means? What does the author mean by that? You can pause the video and write down your answer. Okay, it's time to mark our answers now. The first question was, who is Hermia in love with? The answer is Lysander. The next question was, what might Helena be thinking and feeling on page 13 when she says, then who does he love? Helena might be hoping that he loves her. The third question was, where and when are Hermia and Lysander meeting? The answer is they were meeting at midnight in the wood outside the city walls. Please make sure you've written both parts of the answer. If you have skipped the time, that's midnight, or if you've skipped the place and just said they were meeting at midnight, then your answer is wrong. You need to mention both parts, that they're meeting at midnight, that's the time, and where, woods outside the city walls. The fourth question was, do you think Hermia and Lysander's scheme will go according to plan? Right, that's your prediction and your thoughts. I'd like to see them on tapestry. Question 5, can you summarize Helena's plan? Okay, so this answer was supposed to be in your own words, but you can mark it right if you have got these 3 important points in your answer. So your summary should include them meeting at midnight in the woods outside the city halls, traveling through the night, and looking for a temple in the morning to get married. Okay, I am so sorry, guys. I think I got a little mixed up between Hermia and Helena. So please ignore the answer I just told for question 5 because that was completely wrong. That was my mistake, silly Mrs. Ali. So we're talking about Helena's plan and not Hermia's plan. So this is the correct answer. Helena's plan was make sure that your summary has these points included. So your summary should include Helena visiting Demetrius that night, informing Demetrius about Hermia and Lysander going away together, telling Demetrius about her own feelings for him that will make him forget his pride and make him fall in love with her. If you've got all of these points in your summary, then you can mark it correct. Right, and the last question was, what do you think 2 different worlds might mean? So the author has mentioned one world as human world, which means the second world he's talking about is another group of species, such as the fairy world, or maybe the animal world, which means that Hermia and Lysander will be meeting species from a different world in the woods. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you've marked your answers. I will see you next time. Bye.